What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. And I don't know if I can say that I haven't made a video in God, it might even be now. It's not quite a year, but well, it's my annual NFL playoff predictions, as you can see. So we got the bracket here, and we'll just get to the predictions. The first game we got here is my Steelers versus Houston Texans. Now, Steelers, I don't know how they're in the playoffs. They should have beat the Browns, then they didn't. Then it was down to the wire. And I don't know how they didn't lose to the Ravens. Thank you, Tyler Loop. But yeah, the Texans have such a good defense. Steelers have like barely any offense until like the fourth quarter when Rodgers finally gets clutch and Keegan still has the clutch gene in him. But after that, before that, no. Like, the offense isn't doing anything. Kenneth Gainwell is the only thing. I mean, we're getting DK back, I guess, but we barely use him anyway. Kenneth Gainwell is the MVP. And then defense, God, they were so bad against Baltimore. It was like 3 wide open touchdowns, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, Boswell is also an MVP. Don't look at his last few weeks, but all this to say that the Texans are beating the Steelers. Even with the Steelers being home, that's not going to change anything. The Texans are going to win this game low scoring because that's just how Steelers play. The Texans also. I mean, CJ Stroud, their offense is meh. They're average, but their defense is incredible. I think the final score of this will be, it's going to be something like 16-13. Texans win. Now we got to the 6th seed Bills going to Jacksonville. What a season from Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence coming out of nowhere in the second half. Jacoby Myers. They're not doing this. They're doing this without Travis Hunter and BTJ, Brian Thomas Jr. What is going on? I hate you. You suck for me in fantasy, but I don't know where he's got to step up big. However, they can win without him. Now the Bills with Josh Allen, he can win them this game. Their defense is not as good as it usually is, and he has no weapons. I mean, Keon Coleman gets healthy scratched every game, it feels like. Khalil Shakir is probably the best receiver. One of their tight ends can do something, but James Cook. I can't obviously forget about James Cook. Now, he was also good in fantasy. He was good in fantasy for me. BTJ was not. Him and Josh Allen are going to have to win the Bills this game. That's the only way they win this. However, I do not think they were going to win this. I think Jags are going to take this at home. Trevor Lawrence and that defense. I mean, the defense is kind of underrated for the Jags. I mean, they're solid. Nothing spectacular, but I don't remember exactly where they finished, but they're solid. The Bills, I don't think have it this year. Even without the Chiefs, they're getting knocked out by the Jags. Now we have the Patriots versus the Chargers. Also, the Steelers-Texans is the Monday night game. The Bills Jags is the Sunday 1 o'clock, and the Patriots Chargers are the night game on Sunday. And then we'll get to the NFC when we get to the NFC. Chargers Patriots. Chargers sneaking into that 7th spot thanks to Justin Herbert and Amarian Hampton, and Quentin Johnson and Ladd McConkey are solid receiving cores. However, they don't have an offensive line. Not like the Patriots have the best defense either. I mean, they don't have any real star pass rushers or anything, but they just have solid guys. Christian Barmore is decent, but stuff going on with him, but I don't know. And then their secondary is there. But the Patriots offense, they have probably, it's tough. He's definitely up there, but he's the MVP with Drake May. It's battle between him and Stafford. That's the MVP race. I think Stafford should win it, but Drake May, I guess I could see it too. Either way, it's good. It's good. I don't mind either or winning it, but I think Stafford should win it. And I think Ramondre Stevenson, rise up to Travion Henderson. Then Ramondre Stevenson is a good duo. Travion Henderson should be the starter over Stevenson, but Stevenson's not a bad running back. He just had that one bad game against the Steelers, where he fumbled like 3 times. The receivers, I don't know who Drake May's thrown to. I really don't know any. Demario Douglas, then there's I don't know. I'm gonna find out their names tomorrow, but I do think the Patriots take advantage of no offensive line around Justin Herbert. They're gonna get to him a bunch of times. I don't remember if they played in the season. Not sure if they actually played, but if they did, so that's how the AFC is gonna prevail in the first round. I have the Texans beating the Steelers at home, or beating the Steelers while they're at home. The Jags knocking off the Bills, and the Patriots beating the Chargers. Now we'll go on to the NFC. We got the 4th seed Panthers have home game under 500, 8-9, squeaking in a 3-way tie. They can thank the Falcons for that. Versus the Rams. We did see this matchup, and I know we saw this matchup earlier in the season. The Panthers did take down the Rams, but like I said, the Rams have the MVP in Stafford, in my opinion. They have Puka Nacua, the best receiver in the NFL. Is Tyler Higbee coming back? I guess. Davante Adams, can't forget Davante Adams. Their defense is solid, but it's not, nothing special. A lot of nothing special defenses in this bracket this year. I mean, obviously you got I'll get to the Broncos, and I already talked about the Texans, but a lot of just meh defenses. No real. I mean, the Steelers are supposed to have a great defense, but if you actually watch the games, no, they don't. Now back to the Panthers, Rams. Bryce Young is solid, good. He's so inconsistent. He's so consistently inconsistent. He's good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. Like he doesn't know what he is that day. Panthers coming on a 2-game losing streak. However, I do think the running game with Chuba Hubbard is pretty good. And Rico Dowdle they should use. They have Tedero and McMillan they should definitely use. I don't know what the weather is going to be like in this game. If it's bad conditions, I can see the Panthers taking this one pretty easily because the Rams are coming from LA and they're probably not ready for it. I don't know what the weather is going to be like. And they obviously, like I said, the Rams have Stafford, Nacua, Davante Adams, Kyren Williams, can't forget about him. Also to say, wow, I'm off track. The Bills, I'll get back to the Bills and Patriots score predictions in a second. Panthers, Rams, I think Bryce Young wins it in his first playoff appearance. I think the Panthers take down the Rams twice. The Super Bowl projection, the Rams are Super Bowl contenders a few weeks ago. Then they've just fallen down and stumbled, and I think they stumble here, and I think Bryce Young comes out with a victory. I think the Panthers will win 24-17. And then back to the Bills-Jags. Jags will win 23-20. The Patriots will beat the Chargers 27-17. Now we got Eagles versus Niners. The Eagles kind of just, they had an easy way to win the division. No real competition. Commanders did nothing. Cowboys did nothing. Giants were even worse than those two. So the Eagles just easily ran away with the division. But they haven't looked great. The offense has been so unbelievably boring and meh. Jalen Hurts. AJ Brown isn't really doing anything. Devontae Smith isn't. Dallas Goedert. The running backs. Saquon. Kind of just a meh year. He was still good, but it wasn't last year. Obviously, he was gonna have obviously he wasn't gonna recreate last year 1-for-1, but I was expecting some spark in him, but he kind of just waltzed 60 yards a game. That's pretty much what he was this year. He had his few breakout games. I think he got 100 a few times, and it was a few ones, but so obviously they still have the tush push, and haven't even got to the Niners yet. Now they're gonna rock Brock Purdy, who has missed a lot of the year, and then Mac Jones stepped in, did good. Of course he had Shanahan's offense. The Niners are just hurt. They don't have any. They cannot catch a break, except for CMC. Somehow he's the one guy who stayed healthy. I don't get it. But they have no one on defense. They've lost Nick Bosa. They've lost Fred Warner. They've lost others I can't name them. They lost their first-round pick, Michael Williams. However, all this to say is I think the Eagles will beat the 49ers. I think they stumble and they aren't going to pick it back up because I just think they're hurt too much. That's it. Eagles will win this 27-16. Next, we got a big matchup. We saw this a few weeks ago, and it was a pretty good game. Bears versus Packers. The Bears, this is like the best they've done at least since 2018. Caleb Williams has looked pretty solid this year. Him and DJ Moore looking pretty good. Luther Burton has been solid. Rome Odunze, I don't know if he's playing. I can't remember if I read if he was out or not. That is the tonight game. The Panthers-Rams will be on very shortly. Then the Bears-Packers will be tonight. Bears defense is solid. I haven't really looked much into their defense. The Packers, on the other hand, stumbled and they've lost Micah Parsons. That is going to be huge in this game. Him not being in this game is a huge factor. Would the Packers even be the 7th seed if they had Parsons these last few weeks? No. I think they would easily be above the Niners and maybe the Rams. I'm not sure if they get above the Rams or not. And then Jordan Love, fine, I guess. But I think Malik Willis is better. I think Malik Willis is a little bit better. I think Willis is better than Jordan Love. That's all I'll say on it. The Packers, Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, and Jaden Reed. There's another one I'm missing. Their first-round pick, Matthew Golden. He's done nothing this year. And their defense is fine, but I think the Bears will win this pretty easily. I mean, not pretty easily. It'll be a one-score game like any divisional matchup is. I'll say the Bears win, so 28-24. Now over here we got the Broncos versus Texans. Now this is going to be a low-scoring game, guaranteed. The best two defenses going at it. It's gonna be like a 13-12 game. C.J. Stroud. I already talked about the Texans. Broncos. Bo Nix. He's Bo Nix. He's literally, I don't know. Like you don't know what you're gonna get with him. He's been fine, I guess, but that defense has really won them the games and got them the 1 seed. So they have home field advantage throughout the playoffs. I think they take down the Texans here. C.J. Stroud will run into some tough battles, and this will be a low-scoring game. I think 17-14 makes sense. Broncos win it. Next, we got the Jags-Patriots down here. Drake May versus Trevor Lawrence. I already talked about both of them, so it's gonna be what I said previously here. I don't remember if we saw this matchup or not, but I do not care. The Jags are going to upset the Patriots at home. Trevor Lawrence will go in there, go into Foxborough, and win this game. I think we got a little bit of high-scoring one on this. I think it's going to be 38-35. This one will be a high-scoring game. It'll be fun, so I hope this does happen. 38-35, Jags win to move on to the AFC Championship game. Next over here, we got the Seahawks versus Panthers. The Seahawks, Sam Darnold looks really good this year. So last year wasn't a fluke yet. Still have to worry about the playoffs and all that. Their defense, I mean, the Seahawks always really put out a great defense. And then the Panthers are, coming out, they're riding high off the beating Stafford and the Rams. Going into Seattle, one of the toughest places to play. But the Panthers get it done. Panthers going to beat the Seahawks. Sam Darnold's going to turn into he's going to see ghosts. He's going to be seeing ghosts. I think the Panthers are going to make a run here. God, this is the first game of the playoffs, and the Panthers, if they lose, I do this every year. I make one stupid. No, I don't think it's stupid. I think the Panthers can actually do it. I think they're gonna go on a Cinderella run. We've seen it before. I mean, the Seahawks themselves were 7-9 and won only one playoff game. I have the Panthers winning 2, but I think the Panthers go to the NFC Championship game. Now, who they be facing? Between the Bears and Eagles. Did I give a score prediction? No, I didn't. Panthers will win 31-28. Field goal game. I predict that almost all the time for playoff games. I almost always predict a field goal game, but sometimes I don't. I don't like predicting blowouts because, I'm not going to predict a blowout even though there's almost always one guaranteed to happen. Now, back to the Bears-Eagles. I think the Bears, I'm not even going to talk about this one. I'm going to make this short and quick. The Bears are better than the Eagles. Bears are going to beat the Eagles in this matchup. I don't like Jalen Hurts in this matchup. Going on the road, I think the Bears will stop them. This could age horribly, but I just don't think there's any... I like the Bears better in this situation. So, Bears will win this one easily. I will predict a semi-blowout for this one. I think the Bears will win this one 24-10. I think it's pretty simple. So we got you got the championships here. Pretty interesting teams. We got the Broncos versus Jaguars. Jaguars going to Mile High. And then we got the Panthers going to Chicago to face the Bears. Now we got Bo Nix versus Trevor Lawrence. This one's going to be a doozy. This one, we've got a good offense going against a really good defense versus a meh offense versus a solid okay defense. Like, they're fine. The Jags, I haven't seen any issues with their defense that much. The Jags are going in the Mile High. I don't know if we saw this matchup. I think Bo Nix makes a mistake here. Jags take advantage. Jags are heading to their first ever Super Bowl. The Jags will win in a very close game, but lowish scoring, but some offense in it. 24-21. Next here we have the Panthers versus Bears. Caleb Williams at home versus Bryce Young, and whatever the Panthers are gonna bring up. They're just running on dreams, I guess. They're running on the underdog mentality, so it only makes sense that yes, I do pick the Panthers to beat the Bears in this situation. They're gonna go in to Chicago and beat the Bears. After the Bears beat the Eagles handily, they're gonna stumble, and I have the Panthers making their third ever Super Bowl. And I have a guaranteed first-time Super Bowl champ in this prediction, this playoff window. Now this literally can be, tomorrow I guess the Jags play. But today, this literally in 3 hours or something, in 2 hours, 2.5 hours, this could be all for naught if the Panthers lose to the Rams. This could be all for naught. And then your Super Bowl champs. You get the Jags, Trevor Lawrence. Panthers, Bryce Young, and their whole Panthers team running on, the underdog mentality. The defense is solid. Jags defense is okay, and they're fine. And hit the drum roll. I have the Jacksonville Jaguars winning the Super Bowl, beating the Carolina Panthers. The Jags make their first ever Super Bowl and win their first ever Super Bowl. Trevor Lawrence, I think he's going to have a good playoffs here. He's going to lead this Jags team, obviously, to a Super Bowl. Final Super Bowl score will be a close one, as usual. 27-24. Super Bowl win for the Jags. You heard it here first. I don't know if it's actually going to be good or not. Again, Panthers could lose in 2.5 hours, and it's all could be for naught. It happened last year with the Bucks. I think did the Bucks even win a game? I think they at least won one game. But yeah, I don't know. The Jags are going to be your 2025, 2026 Super Bowl champs. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Let's stream. Peace.